It's really true.
That's true.
I never knew this about things you learn about Todd.
A bakery in West Michigan, it's so true. A bakery in West Michigan now has its first storefront, and it's not your typical building. Sweets 4 Days Bakery and Creations went from working in their commercial kitchen in their home last year to a shipping container. There you go.
Genius.
The village of Sparta is popping up these shipping containers all last year in hopes to spur economic development for new startups and small businesses. They're just 150 square feet, very small. All right, owners Alicia and Passion had their grand opening about a week ago and say their desserts have been flying out the door. So
many people
that
build, that's like a housing thing now, these little
shipping containers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Great
they're
idea
super
for pop-ups.
solid, yeah.
For a startup,
Yep.
really low rents.
Avant-Garde downtown, don't they? Isn't that a little shipping container, the Avant-Garde?
I think so.
In the back?
Oh, in the back.
Yeah.
In the back there is, yeah.
All right, well, some hunted for eggs, others for trash on Easter. Good weather Sunday for the Grand Rapids Water Protectors. They are out doing some work at McKay J.C.'s Park. It's part of a month-long effort to clean up watersheds around the area heading into Earth Day. And Sunday was only the first cleanup, and in just a few hours, they filled 20 trash bags. They'll be out at Plaster Creek Family Park next week if you'd like to join them.
Popcorn, get your popcorn here. More specifically, get your caramel popcorn. That's the best kind if you ask me. It is National Caramel Popcorn Day. You know, the salty, the sweet, the buttery, ooh, just talking about it makes me want to have some, and my dentist loves this, by the way. It's basically butter on butter if you think about it, because caramel's, you know, made from butter. You really can't go wrong. The caramel combo popped up in the early 1800s. By the end of that century, it had a brand name behind it. We all know about Cracker Jack, but boy, have we come a long way since that nastiness. A true story, there were Cracker Jack boxes, a legitimate old school Cracker Jack box over the weekend, had a couple of them. They still have the treat inside,
really?
And the caramel corn is still
just
not great.
Yeah.
Hey, that sweet treat has made its way into the song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." I mean, you know, to buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. So caramel corns have been around for a long time. Get some today to celebrate.
Yum. Hey, a museum in Cairo, Egypt is now home to a collection of ancient Egyptian mummies. The Egyptian Museum of National Civilization officially opened its doors to the public over the weekend. The mummies themselves are scheduled to go on display later this month. The museum was built in 1936 during the reign of King Farouk. Its purpose was to document the history of civilization, including the Stone Age, ancient Egypt, and the Coptic age. Yeah. The museum had been closed for several years for renovations. Potato,
Coptic. Yeah,
I'm sure some history teacher out there is throwing stuff at the TV right now.
Call the whole age.
Yeah.
Hey, American Airlines is boosting international travel to 2 destinations in Italy with quarantine-free flights out of New York City. The flights to Rome and Milan for passengers who test negative for COVID-19 will be offered from JFK International Airport. So we have some international travel coming back. After arriving in Italy, passengers are going to have to test negative again. So you test before you leave, you test when you get there, and if you test negative, you don't have to quarantine. Isn't that nice? You can actually go on your vacation. American resumed the Milan flights yesterday. Rome flights are going to start on May 8th with limited service after being suspended for about a year.